Bismillah. Welcome to 7th chapter of this course guide to Joomla. In this lesson, you will learn about site management, which include the user management, plugins and media. Now I will break this chapter into 3 sub-lessons. Today I will tell you about the plugins. Plugin is a kind of a Joomla extension. Plugin provides functions which are associated with trigger events. Joomla provides a set of core plugin events, but any extension can fire custom events. When a particular event occurs, all the plugin functions of a type associated with the event are executed in sequence. This is a powerful way of extending the functionality of Joomla. It also offers extension developer a way to allow other extensions to respond to their actions, making extensions extensible. A plugin is one of the 5 core Joomla extension components, modules, plugins, and templates and languages, and is used to add extra functionality which might not be inbuilt in your template. Thus, a plugin adds more feature into a component or module. For example, it might add an extra form into a component like the profile plugin that you saw in the user. While the user was registering, there are some extra fields. There is a profile field plugin which you can enable to take extra input user information from user. Add shortcuts in add shortcuts in for URLs or other code like a BB code parser, or even give more advanced functionality like provide an extra authentication method like the ability to log in with Facebook login. Let's start. After we log in to admin, plugin manager allows us to enable or disable Joomla plugins and to edit our plugins details and options. It is also useful for quickly enabling disabling multiple plugins at once. So under the system, under the manage tab, manage block, you will see this plugin. Here is a list of plugins that Joomla has installed during the installation of Joomla. For example, I was telling about the user registration. There is a profile plugin which currently has been disabled. I can check it and select this enable button to make it enable, and when I click on it to edit it, but let me tell you about the column of this plugin. First is the status of plugin, if it is enabled or not. If it is disabled, it will not work, and the plugin name. Next column is the user, its type. Their plugins are being grouped, and user is the one of the plugin group. And next is the element. Think of those elements as a folders. Then next is the access. I have teach you access level in the previous user video, and when I added this plugin, it will show different option which are the parameter of that plugin. And this is plugin user profile fields for the registration and administrator user forms. It has address form field which is optional. I can disable it and set it to required or make it optional. Same like all other fields, there are many fields. You see, this is the registration form field, and these are the profile edit form fields. Now other settings are the access level, which is always should be public, because it is on the registration page, and registration page is for the public, and When I go to the front end, under the user register page, when I click on it, because my user is registered already logged in, let me log out it. Now I will go to the user register button. Now it says user profile. All the fields are here which are there in the plugin backend setting. Now if I choose this address to be disabled and save the setting, come to the front end and refresh the page, you will see address 2 is gone. So how easy it is to work with the plugins. Now other plugins can be plugin like authentication, and if I go to the filter option, there are type of plugins. There is a element. Think of element as a folder, and let me choose some authentication type plugin. You can install your own plugin by going to the system and installing the extensions like this authentication cookie plugin. It handles the Joomla's cookie user authentication. You must it is giving some warning. You must have at least one other authentication plugin enabled. There is already another plugin enabled that you see in the previous list. You will also need a plugin such as System Reminder Me plugin to implement cookie login. There is a system type plugin which should be enabled. Now it is asking for some settings. What should be cookie lifetime in days, and what should be cookie length. So this is a particular for these settings are particular for the developers. So you don't need to change if you are not a developer. So that was all about the plugin. I hope you understand what are the plugins and how they works and how much useful are those for your websites and their functionalities.